Hello everybody, welcome to another behind the scenes exclusive, Patreon exclusive behind the scenes exclusive Patreonically. Today we are talking about the Bloons Tower Defense 6 review, not review. It is basically a review. I said it's not a review in the video. I eventually put review in the title because it was basically a review. I don't like calling what I do review. I don't even like calling what I do analysis, to be completely honest with you, because I feel like I'm not smart enough to call it that. But this basically, it turned out to be a review. A lot of people asked me about Bloons Tower Defense 6 because I forgot it in my Tower Defense video. And I was getting comments every single day. It's like, you forgot 6. What do you think about 6? I want to hear what you think about 6. And I was like, alright, well, this seems like a small video that I can put out and get it out quickly. The video's like 12 minutes long. I think I did it in a week. At this point, I was already working on like 2 or 3 other videos, none of which have come out because it's a part of a series that'll be coming out, probably, I don't even know when. It's going to be a long time until that series comes out. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about, and you won't for a while. I'm hoping at like the beginning of 2023 that this series will come out. It's a long process. But anyway, I wanted something that I could just get out really quick. And that's what I did. It took, like I said, it took maybe a week or so, and I was not expecting it to get the reception that it did. I just thought I was gonna make a quick little bit. I hate when I do the whistle. I thought it was gonna be a really small, quick little video. I thought maybe 1,000 views if I'm lucky, and then at least if people comment on the Tower Defense video, I'll link and they'll be able to see that there's another one, right? So. Overall, can't be upset with how it did. Certainly not at all what was expected. But yeah, the idea was basically just, well, I forgot to mention it in the Tower Defense 1, so let's see if I can do that. And I don't know how many people actually came from watching the Tower Defense 1, but it picked up traction so much to the point where, well, one of the main reasons I wanted to do it actually was because a YouTuber / streamer by the name of Aliens Rock, or Alien Rocks, I think it's Aliens Rock. He commented on the first one, and I didn't know who he was. Well, I didn't know that I knew who he was. I like knew of his videos and I had watched them, but it wasn't like a conscious name that I knew. And anytime a verified user comments on something, I always try to take a look at it because it's like, it's cool, right? And so he said he wanted to know what I thought about 6, and I was like, all right, well, maybe if I make that and then send it to him, then he'll like know who I am, and I'll like make a connection, because I hadn't made any like real connections in YouTube yet outside of people that I already knew. And so I did DM him this video, and he did respond. I gave him a shout out in the video, and then he asked to collab with me and then ghosted me. I think it was an accident. I'm not upset about it though, but I think it's funny. But yeah, at one point he actually wanted to do like some co-op with me. And that's another thing about this video, is that it doesn't mention co-op. God, this is the most poor released video timing ever. By the time I started writing it, they said they were working on co-op. By the time I released it, it was the day before co-op came out, and they didn't tell anyone co-op was coming out. It was just boom, here's co-op. And I was like, damn, dude. So every single one of my comments was just like, multiplayer's out, right? One of the maps I pointed to, I said was an homage to a different map in 5. They put that map from 5 in 6, also the day after. And then the last thing was, I said that the heli pilot wasn't in Bloons Tower Defense 5. It was, but only in the Steam version. And all comments on that video are just some variation of multiplayer is out now, heli pilot was in Bloons Tower Defense 5, and that map is actually in the 5th game now, or it's in the 6th game now. So I think that helped. I think so many people were eager to correct me with what I had gotten wrong that it boosted the algorithm, because they're like, wow, a lot of people are clicking on this. So much to the point that Ninja Kiwi, the developers of the game, saw my video and posted it on their front page of their website. Which I thought was nice, because half of the information was incorrect and immediately outdated like the second I put out the video. And also, I mean, I said I liked it. I also pointed out issues I had with it, but I guess they liked it well enough. They were nicer to me than most of the comments on that video were, ironically. But yeah, you know, it was quite an interesting experience. Anyone who knows me personally at that time knew that I was dreading getting comments on that video. I would tell people, like, I wish people would stop watching this video, because every single comment just tells me that Heli Pilot was in 5, or that the map was in the other game, or people were like analyzing my gameplay. Like, I'll be honest, 50% of that footage was recorded for specific parts when I said things. The other 50% was random gameplay. Some of it was not even gameplay that was just me playing. Like, some of it was just like, I'm literally just gonna shove out a few towers, record a few rounds, and then that's it. And people were like dissecting my gameplay. They were like, oh, can you believe this guy put this tower next to these snipers? What an idiot. And I was like, wow, I should be more careful with the visuals from now on, because people are going to dissect every little thing I do. I don't watch a lot of video essays. I listen to like 99% of them. So it was very new for me to have people completely dissecting stuff like that. Overall, though, I mean, I really do. This is probably, I think this is the first time I watched it since I initially put it out. Again, I'm pleasantly surprised how well I think this one holds up. I think my narration style sounds very boring and way too reviewish, which I don't like sounding like. But I think in terms of writing, I think I laid out all my concise thoughts very well. I didn't necessarily forget anything, which most of the time when I do a video and I watch it back, I'm like, oh, I forgot this, or I should have mentioned this. It was just really unfortunate timing. But the fact that this video almost has 200,000 views is absurd. And it probably will be something that I don't normally do again. I don't know, it's hard to say. The Murdered Soul Suspect video, which is coming up in a few videos here, was definitely an analysis and a criticism. It wasn't necessarily a review, but you could say that in my criticism, I'm reviewing it, right? The difference between analyzing something and reviewing something, I feel like the lines are so blurred, and that's why I'm hesitant to call myself a reviewist or an analyst. I really just feel like I'm like a commentator. I don't even want to call myself a commentator. Like the implication of the term commentator on YouTube has such a bad taste in my mouth personally, so I wouldn't even want to call myself a commentator. I'm just a dude I'm a video essayist. I just make videos and spout out random things, and you can agree or disagree, and that's fine. Sometimes I'm analyzing, sometimes I'm critiquing, sometimes I'm trying to offer better solutions. That's like my main thing, is that if I'm ever going to criticize something, I am going to try to offer solutions, because the last thing we need is another self-righteous YouTuber who thinks they know better with zero game design, because I know there are many people like me out there who have never made a game, have never touched game design, and they're just like, well, I play a lot of video games, so therefore I know a lot about game design. It's like, we don't though. Like, we have no idea what's going on. So I always try to offer what I believe to be a reasonable solution for these problems. 99% of the time, it's just like whatever, but yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say. This is definitely like a shorter one. Like I said, I really can't comprehend how this blew up. It's so weird that this is my third most watched video. At least I didn't say cameo. My God. But yeah, a lot of people asked. I like doing single game breakdowns like this quite a bit, but normally they're story based. I like dissecting the story and the mechanics and how they complement each other when I do this kind of video. With this, there's no story, so it's all mechanics, and it's really comes down to preference, which game you like. So for me, I probably won't do something like this again. What I want to do eventually, and you can let me know in the comment of this Patreon post if this seems like something you'd be interested in, is on my stream, I'm going to be playing a lot of indie games and old school releases that I never played. And by old school, I mean like Mass Effect. No, I played Mass Effect. Like Assassin's Creed. I've never played Assassin's Creed. I've never played Doom. I've never played Gears of War. I've never played, tons of really like did I say God of War? Or did I say Gears of War? I don't even know. But But there's a lot of games that are like AAA releases that I never played, and a lot of indie games that I really want to play because those are my favorite kind of games. And so if I want to do like a full-based breakdown for YouTube, then I'll save the game off stream and just focus on it for a YouTube video. But I might do something that's a lot like this, where it's just a casual, unscripted, my thoughts on, and when I mean something like this, I mean something like this Patreon video, not something like this video, because this was scripted. It would be probably loosely scripted. I would loosely take down notes, and then after I stream a game, I would upload a video on a different channel, not on Reality Escape, probably on my Ghost Boy channel. And it would just say, it would just be like this. It would just be a casual, hey, here are my thoughts on this indie game that I just played on stream. And it would be something similar to this, just a little less scripted, and then it would all just be footage from my stream. You know, it wouldn't be too in-depth, too complicated, not too much going on there, but let me know if you would be interested in something like that. I'll probably do it anyways, to be completely honest with you, but I know that Reality Escape should be my main focus, but it's a really short idea. It wouldn't take that long to pull off, and then I can kind of get extra usage out of my streaming of indie games. But then, like I said, occasionally I will probably save a few just to stick with, just to do full breakdowns, you know, like the ones on this channel would be like very small breakdowns. Reality Escape will still have like the hour-long garbage that I like making. Anyway, that's it for this one. Short video, so it's a short Patreon video. The next ones I'm sure will be a little bit longer. There's a lot more explaining to do, but not much to say about this one, you know? Made some mistakes, unfortunate timing. I can't believe it has this many views. I'm not complaining about it because I really needed the views at this time, and sometimes it randomly just blows up again and gets a wave of views, and that's really helpful. And I think it's cool. It complements the tower defense video. I'm sure if I made one based off of one incremental game, then that one would also be pretty popular. But I don't think there's a game that I'm necessarily that willing to review yet. And like I said, if I did, I would leave that on a different channel. But right now, this is the one that I'm focused on. So that's it for me. Thank you for being a patron. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for watching as well, because it's one thing to be a patron, it's another to actually, you know, watch the videos I'm putting out on this Patreon, because I have no idea. It's not launched yet, so I have no idea how these are going to be received. But hopefully you enjoy. Any questions, feel free to leave in the comments down below, because there's no Q&A section for this one or the next few. And yeah, if you're watching this on the day that I uploaded this, then the next one will be out in a week, and I'll be doing one a week until I'm caught up. But if you're, you know, subscribing in like 2022, then don't worry, everything's there. Check out the list, click on whatever one you want, and have a good one. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you soon.